Alright, so today we're going to this bad boy right here. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I want to talk about the new firmware update that was released a couple of days ago. More specifically, the XH2S. Now, for the Fujifilm XH2S owners out there, I believe this firmware update is really huge. And I'm just going to be focusing on the most important one in the updates, and that is the autofocusing tracking. According to Fujifilm, it states that the subject detection enhancement by AI is currently improved. Current subject detection function improvement, subject detection performance has been greatly improved in situations that were difficult to detect with the current firmware, such as backlighting, looking sideways, and small objects. The subject detection function can be used more than ever regardless of the scene, according to Fujifilm. And then we got new subject category updated as well. We got the insect, we got the drone detection is newly realized in addition to the existing face, eyes, animal, bird, automobile, motorcycle, and bike, airplane, and train. Insects can be detected by setting the subject as bird, and drones can be detected by setting it to airplane. So there's also a dynamic tracking performance enhancement by the improved autofocusing algorithm as well. Fujifilm states that the motion protection algorithm has been improved to enable stable tracking of subjects moving at a high speed in the frame. The AF focusing speed has been improved when continuous shooting is started by simultaneously pressing the AF on button and the release button while the camera is out of focus. The AF starts to focus at a faster rate than before, and even in situations where the situation changes moment by moment, such as in sports, this makes it difficult to miss a shutter release opportunity, even in situations such as sports where the situation changes from moment to moment. So I tested the autofocusing tracking on the XH2S pre-firmware update and post-firmware update, and I can tell you that there has been a significant improvement in their tracking, their autofocusing tracking. Now I didn't test out the insects or the drones because that doesn't matter to me. I don't do that stuff, but I've tested stuff that matters to me. And to me, it feels like firmware 3.0, it just feels like it's stickier than before. It feels more confident. In my Fujifilm XH2S review, I've said the Fujifilm XH2S sometimes can be a little bit sporadic and not so confident when it comes to tracking. So if I recorded some of that tracking test pre-firmware on my Atomos Ninja V. This was at firmware 2.0, and I did another tracking on firmware 3.0. The Fujifilm XH2S firmware 2.0. So we're gonna do a little autofocusing test with this, and then after that we're gonna switch it to the firmware update 3.0, and then we're gonna see if there's a difference. Okay, so let's go. All right, this is voiceover tongue right here, and right now I am just doing the back away for firmware. This is with the Fujifilm XH2S firmware 2.0. I'm just going to do some simple tracking, and again, the way I remembered the XH2 is a little bit uncertain, but when you're walking like this with not much sudden movement and slow, it's fine. And look at that handsome guy just doing a twirl for you guys. Not bad, not bad. Cool. And then I've installed firmware 3.0, and I decided to try that again. And to me, when you look at this tracking, it does feel a little bit more responsive. The eye tracking seems to move a lot more. It sticks to you a little bit better, in my opinion. It just feels that way. And then Fujifilm was right when they said that they improved its AI tracking, and look how far I am at, and look at me, I'm in the shadows, and look at where my head's at. That's just freaking crazy. And then I do, serpentine crisscross like this, crisscross applesauce, and it was sticking to me. I was super amazed by this right here. It was really, really good. That's really sticky. That's really sticky. Exactly. Cool. And then I tried the same thing with 40 frames per second bursts. And this is with my lovely wife, Hillary, right here. And then she's just gonna run and then, do this. And it was fine. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. And then we tried with the firmware 3.0 and look at where the tracking picks her up. For this scenario, I just told her to keep walking back because I want to see how good this box is able to track her head. And she's turned around in the shadows and you can see the box is still on her. And then when she turns, you can see that there was a full rectangle on her body. So it has improved to me in my eyes like that. That's just crazy shit right there. And then I told her to go far away. And then she's just going to run, and then you're gonna see me freaking bursting like crazy for like a good 5 seconds. And look at the green box just following her head every step she goes. This is just freaking nuts in my opinion. So yeah, right there. That seems like a W to me. And then I also did the tracking for the birds. This is one of those things that I just wanted to track for fun. I don't shoot birds. But you can see here, it just picked the birds in flight from so far away. Look at that box right there, man. That's just freaking crazy. As I recall, I don't remember the bird tracking to be that good. I'm not a bird photographer, so if there are any wildlife photographers in here that can chime in to tell me if it was it's a sticky. It just feels like it's stickier. I've only used the bird tracking like a few times before this update just for fun, and it just seems like it's a lot more confident in itself when tracking birds. But the funny thing about this tracking is if the birds are stationary and they're not in flight, the Fujifilm XH2S does not pick it up. Look, there are 2 birds up in that roof right there and this bird right here, and it doesn't track. It doesn't track at all, so it has to be flying. So I guess Fujifilm, if you can fix that in like another firmware update to track the birds while they're not in flight, that'll be great. But yeah, I'm just messing around with the tracking, and look at how far the XH2S picked up that bird. That's just some crazy stuff right there, and it's tracking like crazy. So it's a little bit smarter. But I feel like the XF 18 to 120 millimeter f4 cannot keep up with the burst and the tracking. It's just a little bit slow in my opinion. And then you're gonna see me mess around some more with these birds. I want to see how far it can pick the birds up. Unfortunately, that's a little bit too out of the range for the XH2S. But yeah, so far I really like the Fujifilm XH2S firmware update. This is very surprising. Look at how far they track those birds. And again, the birds stationary cannot be detected, which is funny. And up next, I started to mess around with the automobile tracking. And for the car, I don't often shoot automobiles. You guys let me know if it's sticky or not from firmware 2.0. But to me, it seems to work quite well. There are some things in the background, like that tree that's blocking it, and some of the foreground elements that's around my apartment. You can see it's blocking the view. And then it's not until like this car passed this tree, it disappears, and then yeah, it gets picked back up again. See what I mean right here? I'm gonna track this car right here, and then once it's past this tree, it gets lost again until the tracking picks it back up again. So overall, I felt like the car wasn't too bad. Do let me know if this is sticky to you guys, or if it's a lot better. It feels a lot better to me. I don't shoot enough automobiles to know, but I can say for sure that for humans and birds, it does feel a lot stickier. Again, I have to do some more testings with this autofocusing update, so I'll let you know if anything else changes. So make sure to subscribe so you can be notified when that video comes out. But for now, it seems to be working very, very well, and I'm very excited for the XH2S. Let me know your thoughts, and if you find this video helpful, do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. I got more Fujifilm content coming your way, guys. And as always, my name is Tongue, and I'll see you in the next video. I love you.